Hey you guys, welcome to my live stream. I am super duper excited. Oh my gosh, this is going to be so much fun. I get to talk to you guys and hang out with you guys for a little bit, so it's going to be awesome. Okay, so first order of business, first things first. I for some reason cannot get questions on in the description. So if you go to my description to leave a question, that won't work. So what you should do is please go to my Instagram and leave a comment on my newest photo, and I will definitely answer it. It's the description I've always tried, and I can't find it. So yes, okay. So basically today's video is going to be about the time that basically, so I made, if you guys saw my most recent video, I talked about where I was on set for A Guilty Wound, which is a short film that I'm in. And so I talked about day one of being on set, but by the time I finished filming that, I was like, woo, this video is really, really long, and I'm not going to be able to fit this all in a video unless it's going to be like 20-30 minutes. So I decided to film that today in a live stream where I get to talk to you guys. So ignore my room, please. It's so messy. It is so freaking messy. So we'll just pretend like we didn't see that, and instead we'll talk about this. But first order of business, I want to talk to you guys about some brief things that are coming. So in about 3:15, that's when I'm going to get started with the whole car accident scene thing. So if you just want to come back then, I don't know. I just want to tell you guys about some stuff that's happening with the channel, so you guys can stay up to tune. If you are new, just a small reminder, if you have any questions, I love questions. Please ask questions. I'm going to be answering them on my Instagram, so leave a comment on my page, and I'll pull it up here. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to be start posting regularly. As you guys can start kind of see, I've been posting on my social media, Snapchat, Instagram, and YouTube a little bit more regularly. And I'm going to be start doing that, especially because it's summertime and I have time. So yay, that's something we can expect. Sweet. Now, the second thing is I'm doing some kind of new sort of exciting things in my channel, which I'm really excited for. I have a surprise for you guys, and I'm so excited because I know some of you guys know this person. And so basically, I want to start doing this thing where I start interviewing members of my film community on my channel. And that is something we start doing, just to ask them about acting, how to succeed in acting, how to succeed in film, that kind of stuff, things that I'm interested in. Oh my god, my drawer is open. Oh my gosh, that bothers me so much. I'm a student, so you guys can't see all that. But yes, that's something that's going to be happening, and I'm very excited to have a special guest. I can't announce it who it is just yet because we're still making plans and confirmation, but I'm super excited. But yeah, that's basically something I'm going to be doing. So if you guys have things that you would like to ask a filmmaker or a director, DM me, PM me, add me on Snapchat, Instagram, comment below, and just tell me things that you're interested in so I can ask them and I can kind of prepare it ahead of time. But yeah, okay. I think that was mostly it for the new things. I'm also going to be start doing some motivational things. I've grown a lot in, I guess, this year, throughout my life, and I've learned a lot of things about how to succeed and how to work hard. I'm definitely not the best person. There's tons of people who work way harder than me. But I want to share with you guys what I've learned and how I've changed, because if you met me 2 years ago, I was what you would call, I don't know what you would call me. I was just very timid and very shy, and I was extremely anxious. I know some of you guys might struggle with anxiety and being perfectionistic and kind of scared about things. I kind of struggled with all those things. I couldn't write because I was so anxious about writing, and I couldn't like talk to certain people. Like I had to think, I was so socially anxious that when I talked to people, all I could think about was like it's a whole long thing, and I'm gonna go into I'm gonna do videos on that. But for now, I'm just basically giving you guys a heads up. That's something I'm going to be talking about in the near future. So be sure to stay tuned for that. So yeah, okay. I think that's kind of all the updates stuff I have. So I guess I'm gonna start talking about the car accident scene. Last reminder before I finally start doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Check out my Instagram. at Marie Tagbo. And then leave me a comment there if you have questions. I'm going to be answering acting questions, film questions, questions about my being on set, the new things I'm doing, all of that stuff. So be sure to leave it there. All right. Now, time to get into the video. So basically, car accident scene. So if you guys haven't seen my previous videos, all the stuff is going to be linked in the description. I'm in a film called Guilty Wound. It's a short film. It's about this these two girls. Long story, I've explained it, so I'm sure some of you guys know, but these two girls, my character, her sister dies, and I'm dealing with death. So this has been a really difficult film for me because personally I've never dealt with a huge loss in terms of death. I've had, my parents divorced and I've moved and kind of that stuff, but I've never had death. So this was definitely, it's a new journey for me and one that I was kind of just thrown into. Not that it's a bad thing, it's just very different for me. So the 2 days of filming were definitely ones that I stretched myself an incredible amount. I had to really work on getting into this emotional state. I had to work on being spontaneous and look real. And I don't know how it turns out on camera. I'm sure it turns out a little amateurish, It's not Riverdale. I'm not, what's her name? The girl who's on Riverdale, who plays Cheryl, who plays Jason Blossom's sister. That actress is freaking incredible. She's just so freaking good. And that is what I aspire to. But yes, that is kind of that's definitely not where I am. I'm a lot lower, but it's something that I'm glad I did anyway. But it's something that I would like to be a little bit more prepared for next time, personally. But anyway, okay. So the first day I filmed all the stuff in the house and outside of the house, and then the second day we filmed the car scene. So I'm just gonna pull up this picture because a lot of people were kind of like, whoa, like what happened here? Ooh, I got a question, sweet. So I'm gonna answer these questions later. I'm very happy. Thank you for guys for leaving me questions. So if you guys saw, let me scroll back, it's a couple of pictures ago. This picture. So I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's like blood and stuff, and that was Josiah. He took this picture of me, which I'm very thankful for. And that's basically what's happened is we got into a car accident, and so that's what we filmed that day. So how it goes, my call time was 7 o'clock. I got there 7 on the freaking dot. Yes. So then we had to sign in. I think Ray came a little bit later. And so I sat there. I had like this whole thing of clothes, and so I was like, hey, do you want me to change? And he's like, because the director wasn't there, the producer, Mr. Malone, whose house we used, that's the house we went to for the second day, and he was there. And so he sent the director some pictures of my clothes, and so she picked out which one she wanted me to wear, and she wanted me to wear that like peach shirt, and so that's what I wore. We chilled at the house for, I'm going to say, an hour. Basically, we were waiting for, I didn't know this at the time, but we were waiting for his mom to get back because his mom was the one who was going to do our makeup and get our face all, looking all fantastic. And so we were waiting for her to get back from her trip. So we sat there, and then we finally learned that we were going to have to go meet her at her church, when she arrived, and there she was going to do her makeup. So we hopped in the car and we went to set first, and I'm not quite sure why we went to set. I think he was dropping off some stuff for them to help set up, like some lighting equipment things. And if you guys want to see what the set looked like, I will try to probably post it in the thumbnail, but there were some pictures on the Guilty Wound website. Did I say website? On the Facebook page, that is where you can see what it looked like. It's really cool. Like, guys, like, yo, like, it actually looks like a professional set. Like, you have the lights, you have the camera, you have the crew. It's really, really cool. And it's not like I was being paid or anything, but these people, they rented all this fancy stuff and got these really high-tech cameras. Like, this is quality, like, high-level photography and stuff. It's really cool. So after we dropped off the stuff at set, basically where I was filming, it's kind of like this is the road, And then off the side of the road, there was like this little patch of gravel. And that's where they set up all the stuff. And they had like a little table for snacks. And they had the lights and other people's cars. So when we went to the church to go film go get our makeup done by Miss Malone, literally, guys, let me tell you, this lady is so freaking sweet. Like, she felt like she knew me for 5 seconds and already felt like she was like my mother in spirit, or like my aunt. Like, I literally loved her. She went up to the car and she introduced herself. Like, I was really cold, and so I was trying to put on the shirt, and she's like, come here, honey, let me help you do it. And she like took it from me and helped me put it on. And she was just so sweet and so loving, and like she was like a little sassy too, like those, I don't know how to explain it, but like those grandmothers but she's not a grandmother. She's not old enough to be a grandmother, and she's way too young. But like she like one of those people who are like very sassy, and you know, I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, that's what she was like. And so she did Ray's makeup, and it was very cool. She had like a little collection of things. She had like blood and like this ketchup bottle and different colors, and she was just we had the truck flattened, and we just sat there, and I held a flashlight. Actually, I have a picture of this. I had a flashlight, and I held it up while they were doing it, and there's one point where David takes a picture of me, and I just look so freaking bored while they were doing this. Here, let me see if I can find it. 5-star pictures, it's on 5-star pictures Instagram if you guys haven't seen it, but I don't know if y'all can see my face in this picture. So ridiculous. But yeah, and as we were doing it, because Miss Malone, she came off of like a mission trip with a whole bunch of people, and so they were getting ready to go to their cars, and they would pass by and they'd be like, is she okay? Because her face would be bloody, and had makeup. She had, like, it looked like, you know, there was, like, scratches on her face. And they're like, is she okay? What happened to her? And we're like, no. It's just makeup. And we would explain the whole thing about the movie and stuff like that. And then they would be talking crowd, and they're like, poor thing, you know. Basically surrounding us and, like, giving us all this attention for having our makeup being done. And then there was one point when they decided to trick one of their I guess members by pretending that someone had an emergency, and they told him, like, oh no, there's this girl, I don't know what happened to her, she just came, her face is all bloody, Miss Malone's, you know, fixing her up, she has a first aid kit, but we need you to go get some more stuff and supplies. And the dude was like, oh no, like, bad things must be happening. So he got his first aid kit, he drove around, and we were all like pretending like, oh my gosh, something really bad happened, and trying to trick this dude into thinking that there's something wrong with her. But the thing was that he had seen that Miss Malone was actually applying makeup, so he'd seen it, and so he just played along with it until at this one point he got like his water bottle and he splashed one of the people just to be like, hey, you know, like, I saw you guys do that, like, you're not fooling me. So yeah, after that, I got my makeup done. So basically, I think they did one side of Ray's face, and that was the side where she had hit the wheel. So you don't actually see it like that much in the movie, except for when I pick her up. But she's like on the wheel, slumped, and that's where they had the makeup. And then for me, they did it on, I believe, this side of my face, and then, or she did it on this side of my face. And I had to be sure, because okay, if you guys know me, if anyone knows me in real life, I am so effing clumsy, like so freaking clumsy. And so they had to keep on reminding me not to touch like my face, because I will like itch my face or like step in the blood, because there was some blood on the ground. I was like, Marie, stop, do not go in there, walk around, go somewhere else. And they had to keep on reminding me, because obviously if you guys watched my last video, I don't remember things the first time, so they had to keep on telling me to do that. So after that, we finally finished and we went back. By this point, it was fairly late. Like, it was, I'm gonna say 10-ish, and so it was fairly late. So we went there, we got there. It was really, really freaking cold, and a lot of people had been standing out in the cold for like a really long time. So Ray went and got in the car right away because I think they had to do something. They had to do some shots for her or something. And I stood out in the cold. And let me tell you guys, it was so freaking cold. And like, I don't know. I can stand a lot of things, but cold is one thing that I do not mess with. If it is cold, get me out of there. But I did my best to remain professional and calm and excited, even though I was freezing. Like it was so freaking cold. And I don't know why. This is summertime. It had literally been hot every other single day of that week, like even until nighttime. And then that day, that specific day, was so freaking cold. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Because it was like a good 30 minutes where I stood out there in the cold and I was wearing short sleeves. So you see how short these sleeves are? That's what I was wearing because my shirt is freaking short sleeves. And not just that, like I had a red shirt that I brought with me, but I couldn't wear my red shirt because it would mess with my makeup. So basically I was left with no other choice. And then I realized, like, as I was complaining, like in my head, there were some people on crew or on set who had been standing out in the cold voluntarily, like standing out there waiting to see if they needed to be used for the entire time, and they never got to go inside that car. So props to you, kudos to you guys. You guys are the real MVPs because that was freaking I can't handle that. So eventually they called me and I was like, thank the Lord, I can go in. I will no longer have to stand out there in the cold. And it was so much warmer in the car. They had me go in. She put like red dye on my hands because my hands are supposed to be in the car accident. And so the first part that I filmed, I'm supposed to be like waking up and then like looking at my hands and then looking around. And the thing is, my hands were supposed to shake and I'm supposed to be like, whoa, like I just woke up from the car. And they had to do this a couple times from different angles, and I had to like kind of reach over to my sister and say some things. Filming that part, it was weird because I can imagine things very well, and when I imagine things, I imagine it vividly. But in that moment, it was kind of hard for me to imagine like being in the situation, and I don't know how well I did. And then I had to make my hands shake, and I had to make it seem like I just woke up from a thing, and it was really weird. And not just that, like when you are on set, they have very specific things that you have to do. So when I wake up, I had to do this. I had to move my hands to a certain moment. I had to make sure that I didn't hit the camera, which was like standing like right over my shoulder right here. And I had to still be like spontaneous and in the moment. And that's just very strange for me as an actress, because I think for theater you have marks and you have spots, but that's it in terms of blocking. Not every single motion that you do is not blocked. But for this point, because they were trying to film it like it was from my POV, so I turned my head and move my hands like I was shaking, and I had to make my hands look like they were shaking, which I don't know. For some reason, I didn't know how to make my hands shake, and then I had to do certain things, and I think that's just one thing that I didn't really know before getting on set or being on set, is this thing that like you acting at this point isn't just acting, it's like specific acting, and you have to still be spontaneous while imagining and making sure that you're doing all these things. So it was a little difficult for sure. I just did my best and hoped that I could do that, what they were asking me to. And so then after I did that, they did it from a couple of different angles. They did one from like here, from the side of my head, making it look like it was me. And then they had me do more, so then they came over to the other side, and I was supposed to do like more things. And then they got to this really hard scene, and basically the scene is where I discover that my sister is dead. After looking at her, and I realize after I'm awake, I realize, whoa, she's dead, yo. And okay, like how do I feel about this scene? Like, one, this scene was, I think, the hardest scene for me to film, because when you film the scene, like you're sad that your sister's dead, you already know she's dead. But in this moment of filming, I have to portray that there is this moment that it clicks. I see my sister, she's dead, and then all goes crazy. And so this scene was hard for me, and I filmed it a couple of different times, and I just couldn't hit it because I couldn't imagine, or I just wasn't in the moment, or it was too planned. I think they said that I was going too fast, which was my thing. Like, I go too fast, and I was just like, I would go through it and I'd be like, Sarah, Sarah, but it was just kind of fake. And so I felt weird and they felt weird, and I tried to get myself into this state, but it was really hard to get yourself into this state. And so eventually the director, after they filmed it a couple of times, the producer came over, he sat in the back of the car, and he's like, okay, I want you to think about this moment, and I want you to take your time, and I want you to process this moment and realize that you're here, you're sitting in the car, and you see your sister, and this is someone you love, this is someone that you care about, and you're never going to see them again. You just realize that they're dead, and take your time, really feel everything. And he's like, all right, we're going to give her a moment and wait till she's ready. And I was like, okay. So I went and I thought about this. I prayed for like a straight minute. I was just like, dear Lord, please help me get this scene, please, please, please. And then I thought about it, and I was like, okay, I'm ready. It's now or never. And I did it. And I think that was probably one of the best acting moments I have ever done. Like, I think it was emotional. Like, people were like, oh my gosh, like, that really moved me. Like, I felt so sad, and they were like, great job. And I think they tried to do it a couple more times after I did that, because that was just my best take ever. Like, I was in the moment. I felt it. I felt all the things. I could see it. I looked and I realized, what it would feel like if my mom was sitting over there and I just realized she was dead, and I just felt everything. And after that, I think that was probably my best take, and they tried to recreate that, and I tried my best to recreate that, and they're like, do it exactly like you did. And I was like, I'm gonna try, and I could never quite get it to that moment. And I think, but that was definitely a I don't know if I want to call it a growing experience or a learning experience, or just something that's, I feel very lucky to have been in that moment in acting where I was just so in sync and in tune. And I hope that they got it, and I hope that it was filmed well, and that I hit all the marks and everything, so it can be used in the actual take, because I am very proud of that moment, and I know that I couldn't actually recreate it again, so I just hope that it worked in the film. And then that was I don't know what I'm going to call it, because I don't know if I'm going to call it a growing experience, a learning experience, a rewarding moment. It was just something that happened, and so after that, I am losing my voice just a slight bit. So after that, I had to leave again. They were just going to do some shots of Ray. After they came around, and they wanted to recreate a face that I did, which I guess was just perfect for what I was doing. And after that, they what's it? If I can remember. After that, if I can remember, I think I left, and I had to go back out in the cold, which is awful. One of the guys borrowed my jacket. There was a picture of, I think, let me find this picture. I think I posted it on my Snapchat, which if you guys are following me on Snapchat, it's Marie Tagbo, and I've been posting a lot more on there. And if you guys want to see certain things on my Snapchat, I'm trying to figure it out, because sometimes I post a lot, and some people don't like that. Sometimes I don't post anything, and I don't like that. I want to talk to you guys via Snapchat, so I really appreciate you guys' feedback, like, the most. And so whatever you guys deem worthy of being on this chapter, or whatever you're interested in. I would definitely be interested in hearing that. So let me see. First of all, let me just see if I can find this picture. But yeah, he borrowed the producer was like, hey, are you using this shirt? And I was like, or is this your shirt? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, can this dude use it? And I was like, yeah, but I don't think it's actually gonna fit him. And he's like, all right, let's try it. And it fit him, guys. My shirt. I don't know if that's saying that I'm big or he's small. But yeah. So that was, I think, as a whole, that was my experience. And first off, let me say that I am by no means a phenomenal actress. I'm not ready for a Golden Globe Award. I'm not ready for fame. I am just doing this and seeing how this works out. And I've gotten a lot of opportunities because of different things. I've gotten a lot of opportunities because I did my research and I learned a lot about the industry. I have done my own practice just for fun. Ever since I was young, my mom had me do like public speaking, and I've always she used to do a YouTube channel. You'll see, if you scroll down my YouTube channel, you'll see videos of me reciting Bible verses, and it's just something I love to do ever since I found it. And I've always, I think, not been lucky, but I've been smart, and I've not been afraid to pursue opportunities and things. And so the purpose of me telling you guys about why I'm on set today is to realize that, one, I'm being vulnerable because I want you guys to know that I am by no means a perfect actress. I know for sure my acting could be improved so much, but I want to show you guys that I'm here kind of doing things that I love, and I am literally no more special or more talented than you guys. I just saw what I wanted and I went after it and I worked at it and I was smart about it. And I don't know what this means in the future. I could potentially do something where I don't get another acting job for 3 years. Totally happens all the time. I'm not the biggest, baddest person ever. I'm not untouchable. I just want you guys to know that what I do can be done more or even better. So I'm on set and I'm filming Guilty Wound. Yay, big whoop, it's a movie, sweet! But the most important thing is that I can do something that I love, and I can share with you guys how to do something that you love, whether it's via motivation, whether it's via acting tips. If acting is what you love to do, I totally believe that you guys can do it. You just have to be smart about it. And that's why I'm here telling you guys. That's why I'm here live streaming. That's why I'm here answering your questions, because you guys can do this too. It's not something that's impossible or all the way out there. You just need to follow my tips, do your own research, be willing to dream big, and take the steps that are necessary in order to get what you want. So, for example, a lot of you guys worry about getting agents, and I did a video about this. But a lot of you guys worry about getting agents or finding auditions, but you don't have a headshot or a resume. And you're not going to be able to get an agent or you're not going to be able to get a good agent. You can get those scammy agencies that, are like, hey, we'll take anybody, but you're not going to be able to get a really good agent, or you're not going to get a real audition, like a real short film role, unless you have those very, very basic things. And so you don't, baby steps, get a picture that looks nice, that looks decent, and that you can use to submit for short films. Do some research in your area and just look around. Join Facebook groups, join other groups, and all that kind of stuff. It's not something that you can't do. So that's my little pep talk for the pep talk. Yes. I am very thankful because you guys are absolutely 100% the reason that I can do this. If I didn't have my YouTube channel, which saved me at a time that was really hard, I had a hard time. I was having a hard time in my life, and if I didn't have the support that you guys do, you guys have encouraged me to keep acting, even though I wasn't really sure about it. You guys have encouraged me to have helped me get jobs. because of the fan base that I have, and you've helped me do what I love, which is helping other people. So I really appreciate that. And if you guys have anything you need from me, or if you need some encouragement or some help, please message me. I can't always give you the perfect answer because obviously I'm a genie, but I will do my best to encourage you guys, and I will always tell you guys to go chase after your dream if it is your true passion. All right, I'm done. Now down to answering questions. If you guys want to know already, YouTube for some reason won't let me see comments on this thing. I'm going to try to find comments on this thing in case there are some, but my suggestion, message me on Instagram on my latest post, and I already see some comments or questions here, and ask me your questions there and I will get right to answering them. So let me just wait. I'm going to try to pull up YouTube, this video, and try to see if it will work. But I don't think it will. I just don't want to miss any questions or anything. So I would hate to have to do that. So let's see. Let me mute me for a second. Okay, I do see some questions on here. Oh my gosh. Okay, all right. So first of all, hi you guys. Hi, thank you so much for watching. Oh my god, I'm so happy to get to talk to you guys. Okay, so I'm Just asks me, where do we watch the film? And it's going to be out September 2017, but I'm not quite sure when we watch the film or where you can watch the film as of yet. So I will tell you guys as soon as I can find out. And to Leah, hi Leah, I love you so much, girlie. Thank you so much for watching this. I really appreciate it. I don't know if you're still on, but thank you. Oh, someone says I'm pretty. Thank you. Okay, the Q&A, Christian, is now. So you should most definitely ask your questions if you have any. Okay, so now down to the questions. So Kimmy43 asks, was it easy for you to talk to your cast members as the first day progressed? Ooh, good question. So, for this time on set, it actually was really easy for me to talk to my peers. For some reason, first of all, I dropped something. I already knew Ray because I dropped it again. So we met at the table read. I got to start talking to her there. I thought she was pretty chill. I'm like, I like this girl. This girl is awesome. She's dope. And I was like, but we don't look anything alike. Which I know you guys have a little question because we don't really look that much like sisters, just because of the skin color differences. But I think it still works. And then at the photo shoot, we basically spent from, when did I get there? 12 to 4 or 11 to 4 just taking pictures. So we talked a lot. We sat down at one point and just talked. So I was really comfortable with her by the third day. I knew that she had a fear of birds. That's the main thing. If you guys know Ray, she has this huge fear of birds, which is hilarious. And there were a couple of birds outside. So that was pretty funny. I learned about our family. We played Two Truths and a Lie with her and our photographer. So yeah, it was easier. She was my only cast member. For everyone else on set, like the director and the film people, they were actually fairly easy. They were very open, very nice, very welcoming people, and I really appreciate that about them. From the first day, if you guys watch my table read vlog, from the first day they were super welcome and open. Other times, and I think it's been easier for me every time I go on set as I grow as a person and become more confident in myself, and I get more confident being on set. It's easier. But this time was the easiest. A lot of times it's hard for me because you don't get that extra time to get close to your cast members, and then sometimes it's a little bit more professional. Like if it's a commercial or something I'm being paid for, it's kind of hard to be friendly with them because you're professional first versus actor first. So that was a really long answer to your question, but yes. Kimmy43 asks, what are some legit acting websites to find auditions? Good question. So my number one recommendation is look for So this is what I did, and this is how I found so many of my auditions. So one, use Facebook groups. So look for acting in your area, acting in your state, or theater in your state, or film production companies in your state, things like that. Film communities in your state, in your city, in your area, in your county, that kind of thing. And then you want to do the same thing for websites. So what I did was, when I first was super excited about acting, I searched for days. I was like, auditions in my state, auditions in my city, film auditions in my state, film auditions in my city, acting, casting calls in my state, casting calls in my city, and I did all those kinds of variations of Google searches, and I found one website that had regular casting calls that were legitimate, that I could use to submit, and then I found, I found Backstage, which is what you use basically for all around the US, I believe. And I think maybe in other parts of the world too. I think like definitely like I don't know, the UK. I feel like it's in the UK, but I'm not 100% sure. Yes, there is. There's a Backstage UK. I'm pretty sure there's a Backstage UK. So Backstage is something I would definitely recommend. I was lucky, so I kind of like, because I'm that kind of person, I always follow the people on Twitter, and if I find them, and so I was interacting with people I would interact with acting teachers and stuff via the Backstage Q&As, and I won a free year subscription to Backstage, and that was just awesome. I got my first commercial on there. I've gotten some auditions on there. So I would definitely recommend Backstage. You do have to pay for it, and once I stopped paying for it, once I stopped having it for free, I stopped using it. But I would definitely recommend that. It's not expensive, just like $11 a month or $12 a month at the most. So definite recommendation. They do tend to have a lot more casting calls for those people on the East Coast. So if you don't live there, you might have a harder time finding auditions, but you might not. Oh, hi Anna. Hey girl. Then it might be a little bit harder. I can't have Facebook. I totally understand that. Honestly though, for my first, okay, so this is a piece of advice I got from Wendy Elaine, who's awesome. I love her so much. But basically she said, if you're willing to drive 3 hours from your state or your city, make like a map, like a circle around 3 hours from your city, and look for casting calls in all of those places too. So what I did was, before I had Facebook, I did that. I would look in Indiana and for auditions as well, and that's how I got my first film. So that Facebook isn't necessary for auditions, but that's how you get involved with the film community, and you get auditions that they don't even post on the actual, like, on public websites, because a lot of auditions, they aren't about how many acting websites you go to. It's about how many people you're connected to, and being connected to people takes time. It takes doing auditions and being connected with those people who will connect you to other people. It's just about meeting people, going to meet and greets. It takes time. Starting an acting business takes time. Now it seems like, oh my God, Marine's doing all these things. First of all, I am not. There was like 3-month stretches or 6-month stretches before I have another big project. I just talk about it a lot, and I do Instagram posts and, live streams and videos and stuff. So it makes it seem like I have a lot more going on than I actually do. But it's a very, very slow process. My first television thing, I had to wait like a few months before I got a short film, and then after that I waited months before an audition. And space between auditions can go from like months to 2 months, and it's a very long process. So it will take you a long time to be connected to other people in the industry, but you just do it one at a time, and you build that network slowly, and you build those resources slowly. So eventually you'll be able to be connected to all the people that you need to. You'll be able to, you'll be ready when acting auditions pop up on your website. But even if you sign up for all of these websites like Backstage, which I got distracted, Backstage, Actors Access, your local audition places, Facebook groups, follow people on Twitter, follow production companies on their socials because they post casting calls there. It will still take a long time before you find an audition that fits your age range and that fits your type, unless you're like 20 to 25, which there's tons of casting calls for men and women at that age. But for my age, there's really not, especially if you're a girl. Okay, again, really long answer to a really good question, but yes. Okay, I am Kelsey. Kemp asks, my question is, when you're on set, is it hard to do scenes? So it kind of depends. My forte is comedy, I guess. So if it's something that's comedic or like lighthearted, like the commercial I did, where I'm talking about what's it called? Light sensors. That one was actually fairly easy. The technical jargon was hard, but the acting itself was easy because that's my forte. For Guilty Wound, it was harder because it was dramatic, and drama scenes are very hard. They're not very hard. They're just harder for me to do. That's why I so recommend theater. Theater is so good, you guys. First of all, theater is so much fun. I don't care, well, unless you hate performing, but every kind of actor likes theater. Theater is just so much fun. You grow so much, you meet so much people, and by the end of the theater performance, no matter who you are, everyone's tight with each other. Everyone has so much fun. The performance gives you such this adrenaline. So do theater. That will really help you if you want to improve on your acting skills easily without like doing acting classes, and it will help connect you to other people. Okay. What are some good websites to find auditions for? Good question. I think I answered that before, but again, backstage.com, actorsaccess.com, local places. Love you so much, and you're awesome. Thank you very much. I love you too. I really appreciate you watching. Kimmy43 asks, I do theater in high school, and I was wondering if I could put that on my resume under training. And yes, you most certainly can. You most certainly can put that on your resume under training. When I first started, what's it called? Oh Lord. When I first started acting, I just used my choir work, the things I've done in choir, the drama I'd done in my church, and the drama that I'd done in my theater, and I used that as a resume. And already my resume was bigger than a lot of people. So that's if you do theater in high school, yes, props to you, high five. That is so good. Keep doing stuff like that. Keep doing that stuff. Okay, Rio Koreski asks, I'm hoping I'm saying your name right. I can drive to LA, which is, dude, you can drive to LA? That's freaking amazing. I wish I could drive to LA. In LA, there are so many freaking casting calls and people to get. LA is LA. I'm a little jealous, but that's okay. But yes, if you could drive to LA, do it, go for it. If you want, you can, if you have enough experience, you can audition for, or if you're talented enough, you can audition for an agent in LA and just tell them, like, hey, like I live fairly close, I can drive out to auditions, so it'll be okay. I'm so freaking jealous. I cannot believe you live in LA. That is so cool. Okay, and what are free casting call websites? Actors Access is sort of free. I'm gonna say sort of free, but it's just the fact that you have to pay $2 when you submit, but you can upload your headshot and resume on it for free. Okay, Chris Christian asks, are you taking any acting classes training? So right now, I haven't done it because of school, which is not the best thing, but now I'm getting started again. I do training with an acting coach. I love her so much. She's freaking awesome. I'm hoping to have her on the show so she can give you guys tips on acting. And if you guys have any questions for her, even if you're joining after the live stream, if you have any questions for her about acting and how to be a good actor, leave it below and I will ask her maybe during the interview. Who knows? But I still have to ask her if I can interview and stuff. All right, so you guys leave more questions. I think I've answered a lot of the questions I have so far. I'm going to refresh this page. And then if nothing pops up, I'm going to go through my YouTube channel and ask more questions because I still have 15 more minutes, about 15 more minutes before I have to go. So let's see. Yep, okay, I answered that. All right, let's go to my YouTube channel and answer some of you guys' questions. Thank you guys for all the support. Again, I thank you guys all the time, but yes, thank you for all your support and kindness on the things that I do and my YouTube channel. I literally like the encouragement, even though my videos may suck or they may do good, but you guys are so nice about them anyway. All right, let me stop ranting and let me answer some questions. Okay. So, guys, I have an announcement that I completely forgot, but here it is. Okay, so basically, they are closing the Disney Channel app, the Disney Applause app. They are closing it, I think, in July. Actually, let me pull it up now. And I'm probably going to do a separate video on this, but I'm letting you guys know now that Disney Applause is being shut down. Reactions, thoughts. I don't know why they're closing it down. I don't think, like, it doesn't make sense to me why they would close it down. I didn't hear of a lot of people being cast via Disney Applause, so that could be a reason for it. But it's being shut down, sadly, so I guess, yikes. Ways, you guys are probably gonna ask me like, oh, so how can I, audition for Disney now that it's been closed down? I don't know at the moment. My guess is just keep working towards getting an agent of your own, because the fact that Disney's being closed down probably means that there's not going to be that direct, not Disney Applause. The fact that Disney Applause is going to be closed down probably means that there is not going to be that direct line for auditions. So sadly, I wanted to shout out Tex Roy Elliott for telling me that. Thank you, man, because I didn't even know, and so now you guys know. So thanks. All right. Let's see. And there's actually some comments I need to check out. Some of these comments I've answered, but I want to add. Oh, okay. Here's one I haven't answered. So I really want to become a teen actress, and it's always been a dream of mine. I live in England in the countryside. You can probably guess that it's hard to find and not too far away acting classes. Shocks a little bit more. Have you got any advice to build my resume and also advice to persuade my parents to help me with this? So you guys have asked me a lot about how to convince your parents to help you, or how to build your resume. So the thing is, with acting, I kind of feel like a little bad because my parents were mostly supportive. I think my mom was a little bit on the fence about me doing it as a full-time career. She's like, well, maybe you can go to college and get a good degree before you do acting as a whole serious thing. But now she's definitely all for it. I remember, I think I gave some advice to a girl a long time ago, and my thing was that you don't have to scare your parents right away. If you've been doing it for a while, what I would suggest is that you pursue an acting career without necessarily telling them that you're pursuing an acting career. So I would say, hey, if you see an audition for a short film and you submitted and the director was like, yo, hey, come on down, we'd love to see you. You should be like, hey, mom, there's this short film going on. The casting director wants to see me. Are you cool with me going? I think it'd be really cool. There's going to be some opportunities. Opportunities is the word that I would use versus, oh, mom, this is my dream. This is my passion. I would just kind of refer more to the fact that, hey, there's a possibility I can be in a movie. Because parents are less likely to deny their kids opportunities to be in a movie. Like, what parents are going to be like, no, you can't. Oh, there's going to be some parents who are going to say that, especially if the movie's far away. Filming is too far away, or you have to pay or something, but which you shouldn't pay for a movie. I'm getting off topic, but the thing is, I would say that if there's certain things that you want to accomplish as an actor, for example, you want to be on TV, I would, start auditioning for films, television, but you don't have to necessarily tell them that you're going to be on TV. You're just going to say, hey, I think this agent is going to help me get more acting opportunities like I've been doing. Are you okay with that? And I think as they see you progress more, they would probably be more and have more success. They'll probably be more open to the idea of you starting an acting career. If that doesn't necessarily work, there's all kinds of parents. I don't know what kind of background your parent comes from. You could also try another tactic, which is you could be direct, and you could give them a plan. It's just something I think Jenna Larson suggested in one of her videos. She's like, hey, come up with a plan for your parents and be like, hey, I'm still going to go to school, still going to get a 4.0 GPA. My grades are going to actually go up because of acting. Oh, you can speak about all the reasons that acting benefits you. For example, it helps you with public speaking, it helps you with confidence, it helps you with expressing your feelings, it helps you with artistic development and creative development, all those technical fancy terms that parents like to hear so they feel like they're raising their children well. Those are the kinds of things that you want to, those are the kinds of things that you want to present when you talk to your parents, like, oh, it will help my communication skills. See, communication skills, fancy words like that, parents love, and I think that will probably help you a little bit. That is as far as I know. I'm trying to remember how I kind of never said outright, like, I am going to be a famous actress, mother. It was just kind of like, no, it actually was. But it was after I had done the game show, the Bobby game show, which I'm going to have to do a video about that. I think I did do a video about that. But basically, after I did that, I was like, Mom, this is what I want to do, because I was on that stage and I was on set and I felt so at home and I felt so right. And so that was kind of the moment that I was like, hey, you know, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And that's what I told her. And she was like, oh, that's really, really cool. And she's like, okay, I'll help you find some more opportunities. And I was like, yay. And yeah. But the thing is, I would say also don't expect your parents to do all the work for you. I spent a lot of time looking for those auditions myself, submitting them to them myself, talking back and forth myself. I did a lot of it was me self-starting it and me being proactive about it because I wanted it and I didn't wait for my parents to go get it. So, all right, I guess that's my advice on that. I hope that helps you guys. That's my best possible answer. So she also asks, any advice to build up your resume? Okay, so basically, do theater for sure, do acting classes, do one or the other. I recommend both. Those things will help you build up your resume so incredibly well. And that I think I have like a few credits on I had quite a few credits on my resume when I started film acting, but that's because I've been doing choir and drama and theater ever since I was 7 or 8, I'm gonna say, and that's kind of why my resume was built. So that means it took me 7 years. No, math. It took me 4 years, I'm going to say, of just doing local things before I actually got to start pursuing acting. After that, then I would suggest looking for acting auditions and that kind of stuff. So, all right, so that's kind of my answer to that question. I have 5 more minutes. If you guys have any more questions, please ask them, and I will definitely be answering now up until 4 o'clock, which is in 5 minutes, and then I'll have to peace out. It's been so good talking to you guys. I'm so happy when I opened my video and you guys were all there and talking, and it makes me so happy because I just love communicating with you guys and, you know, helping you guys. I just don't care. I don't want to just help you guys as an actor. I want to help you guys as people and grow as people have helped me grow, and realize that there are so many more options than just the basic things you see. So with acting, you can't just do what I say, yes, but be creative and think of different ways to apply what I've said. Do your research, because then you get a whole bunch of different tips from a whole bunch of different people. Okay, ooh, good question. What should I do if I have an audition today? Oh my gosh, you have an audition today? First of all, congratulations! Oh my gosh, because this makes me happy because I have a video coming out in about 30 minutes or so that talks about overcoming audition nerves and how to get better at that kind of stuff. So y'all should check it out because it's going to be very helpful, and it's my heart and soul going into talking to you guys about how to be fully prepared for your audition. So everything that I believe in conquering an audition is in that video. I poured out my heart to you guys. So check that out. But if you have an audition today, yes, I'm so excited. Congratulations, you're going to kill it. Be sure to bring a headshot resume, drink a lot of water, warm up, do a vocal body face warm up, and stretch everything you got. Run over your lines. Do some research on the casting director and the production company and the play beforehand. I would warm yourself up by talking to your mom and having your mom ask you questions like you would be asked in an interview. The best way to prepare, and I talked about this in my video, which y'all should check out because it's going to be lit. Well, I don't know if it's going to be lit, but I'm very excited. It's a lot of fun. But if you guys want, oh, I lost my train of thought. Completely lost my train of thought what I was going to say, which is disappointing. Don't remember. It was something about, I know I was saying you should do this, you should listen to the video. Have run through the audition with your parents. That will help you the most in being prepared. So good luck, best of luck. Watch my video if it comes out before your audition goes, and you're gonna kill it. Okay, so okay, there's some more questions. What if you have braids and braces? Can you still be an actor? Well, first off, girl, do you see these? These are dreadlocks. Do you know very few people have dreadlocks? And I'm literally the only Black actress I know, apart from like Whoopi Goldberg, and who has like dreadlocks, which is insane to me. But yes, you can most definitely be an actor if you have braids and braces. Did I talk about this? I talked about this in my old video. But the things that make you unique, like your braids and braces, those are the things that make you special, and those are the things that make you stand out. There is going to be a marketer or a commercial person who wants to appeal to a group of kids who have braids and braces, or they want kids who look like ordinary kids, or they want girls who are beautiful and who have braids and braces, which is you're obviously beautiful, and they're going to want you because you fit that. So if you have braids and braces, it's totally fine. Don't look at it as an obstacle or something that's in your way, but look at it as a way, look at it as something that helps you. So yes, you can most definitely do it. Just be sure that your headshot and resume, your headshot matches. And so if you have braids and braces, and most of the time in real life, and if you're going to go to your auditions with braids and braces, make sure your picture looks like that. So that way, when a casting director sees it, and you come into the audition room, you look like your picture. Okay. Hi, Amy Jennifer. Thank you so much for watching. She says, Real Kariski asks, or she says, my mom doesn't really support me unless I actually get a job. I'm sorry. I know that must be really hard. I think I would have to say just forget that, or I don't want to say forget them, you know, because look, I am not encouraging running away, rebelliousness. I am not that kind of person. But I think that a lot of parents get in the way of people, or get in the way of their kids. They do a lot of things to help their kids, but sometimes they do get in the way. And I think, my opinion, but you have to be respectful and respectfully know what you want and respectfully realize that this is my dream and it's okay if my mom doesn't support me. I'm going to figure out a way to do it on my own. And that's, I think, what the goal would be. Oh, you are cool. Thanks for you're welcome. I'm very happy to answer your question. The QC, hi Michaela, thank you so much. The QNC show asks, what's next set? The next set you're going to be on. Fun fact, I don't actually know the next set I'm going to be on, unless I count it as my videos, because I'm going to be kind of like moving around. I actually don't know. I have an audition, but I don't think I'm going to get the part, so I'm kind of sad about that, actually, because I really liked it. I'm just kind of coming to terms with me not getting the part, but I would have loved to be on that set, but if not, that doesn't work out. Who knows? I could have an audition in the next month and I get the part, or I could not have another audition or another role for about 6 months. Like I have no clue what the future holds. I'm just trusting God and doing what He leads me to do, and trusting Him no matter what. No matter if I don't get another part for the next 3 years, I have to trust that this is what I'm supposed to do, and I'm gonna keep pursuing it. Okay. I think that was pretty much it for all of my questions. Hi to everyone who's new. And thank you guys all for leaving your questions. I got to talk to you guys, and I'm very happy. Part of me was like, Marie, why don't you just wait for another day when you can clean your room, look a little nicer, finish up your makeup, you know? And I was like, no, I have to do this live stream today because I want to talk to you guys today. So I'm very happy that I did this. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't, I answered a lot of questions. If you guys didn't get to see the whole thing, I answered a lot of questions before, from about 3:30 to about from 30 minutes in to the end, so watch that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Check out my Snapchat. Y'all need to leave me what you think about my newest video and the Snapchat, the things I'm doing on Snapchat. So add me on Snapchat at Marie Tagbo. Tell me what you think about it and what I can improve and what things you want to see, because I don't want to just be like posting pictures of me like, hey guys, what's up, yo, it's here. It's Marie here. So tell me what you think, and yeah, that's it. So one last thing before I leave, you guys are going to be my streaks for the day. So what you should do is comment, or don't think that you will probably get that part, but Marie, can you please watch the videos and subscribe? So I will definitely check out your YouTube channel. So I'm going to say streaks on my live stream, and then I'm going to peace out. Streaks! And thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys next time. Ciao! Thank you so much, and much love.